Savannah Payne.
And I'm Stephanie Sheehan.
And we're here with the Technology Student Association.
And today we have with us Morgan Olaf.
Hi, I'm Morgan, and I'm a machinist here at the National Magnet Lab. One of my responsibilities is to make new instrumentation and equipment for magnets we house here. They're one of a kind, and so they require some very special hardware. I use milling machines, lathe, and one of the technologies we've recently added is 3D printing.
What type of 3D printing do you do?
Ours is a layer-by-layer extrusion type. It works with plastics. We can use ABS and some other variations of thermoplastics, meaning that the together comes from a computer model until you have a finished part.
What type of education is required to work with 3D printers?
That's very interesting because 3D printing is a unique technology. This comes from lots of years of research and development, both by really high-end engineers, but also some groundwork by people who are just really into the technology. There's some people without any technical on paper, yeah, this is my education, this is how I learned this. There are people who are hobbyists who really love it. And to be honest with you, even from a national laboratory standpoint, we're pulling a lot of our good information from these guys who just figured it out. So as far as required, there's really no education required to begin learning, but certainly knowledge of computer programming helps.
How did you get involved with 3D printing?
This was brought up in my boss. He had a lot of something from the machine trade show, and it was one technology that was both up and coming and it's kind of new. So he said, let's get a printer. We have to find a 3D printer and let's start using technology here at the lab. And that was the start of it. And that was in the beginning, well, and we're just gradually trying to incorporate that more and more into our manufacturing.
Describe a typical day at work using 3D printers.
So a lot of the work revolves around getting a good model design. You can't print something unless the printer knows precisely what you want to print. So before you can make anything, you have to draw it, design it well, and plan out how something's going to work together. So we start out making a good model. We plan out which way we want to situate it on the printer, because you can actually print something upside down if it prints better that way. There's times where a shape comes out better if you put it upside down, then pop it off and flip it over. So there's a lot of planning, and then when you hit print time, the machine's running and it can run all day by itself. The print takes so much time, and so we move on to other machines and handling other work, some design work.
What is the most advanced technology used in 3D printing?
What's the most advanced? There's some really cool laser. It's called laser sintering. That's something we necessarily do here. Look into take beads of metal. It's like this sea of little metal beads, and they use lasers, right? And they can hit a certain point and weld those beads together until they accumulate layer by layer into the shape that you're actually trying. So that, to me, that making titanium, stainless steel, really cool material to use today.
If someone came to you and said that they would like to work with 3D printers, what would you tell them?
Oh, absolutely. Anyone who's had a little plastic piece broken, you can think from the lid to your dictionary to maybe a bicycle part, I would say definitely get into it. Someone who's at home can get hold of a printer and begin making useful things really right away.
If someone came to you and said that they would like to work with 3D printers, what would you tell them?
How do you use STEM in your job? How do you use STEM in your job?
To incorporate that, you mean science, technology, engineering, and math? Well, we work for scientists, for one, so we're supporting what they're interested in, getting information. And the technology is everything, and so we can on top of it. It's very big too, because if our parts aren't designed well, they will work. You know, they have to agree and work and use standard processes that everybody can understand. And mathematics, that's just an ongoing struggle.
So that's all our questions, so thank you, Mr. Olin.
Oh, I'm glad that part. Hope you do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, hang on with us.